What is up, Sideways fam? We are back today with another video, and we're at the shop with Maer's S13. The shop's actually looking pretty good right now, guys. We're getting a lot of cars out. Supers and Vegas is around the road. Got a few other parts cars we got. Just a whole bunch of stuff is going on right now, but we're doing pretty good. Ever since Caden and Vinny got back from New Jersey, shit's been just getting done way faster, way cleaner, just way better because we have a lot more hands on deck. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get into Maer's car and tell you guys what's going on, what we're gonna be doing, and what the whole entire video is gonna be about in this one. So let's get it. All right, guys, so first looks, we got a super stripped down S13 over here. Red hatchback on some old XXR Sport Max wheels. We got a Sparco Pro 2000 seat in it. I think besides that, it's pretty much gutted out. We got the 326 power wing on the rear. Overall, I mean, the car's reasonably complete, kind of messy because obviously it hasn't been used in a minute. And we got a huge amount of parts that we're gonna be putting in this thing. If you can see another thing as well, the fuse box has been completely cut out of the body harness. There's pretty much no body harness on this thing. It was also removed right here in the center. We got, obviously it had some kind of a RB or LS or something in the car originally because the trans tunnel has been beat out, and we have these bracket style motor mounts, which I believe are RB. Got a bunch of wiring and stuff in here that we're not gonna be needing, and just kind of a mess of everything. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go ahead and remove all this stuff. We're gonna go ahead and remove the battery tray. I do luckily, just because I've been doing S chassis for so long, have another body harness I already went and put there for the same exact year. So instead of dealing with cutting and rewiring this and getting all crazy with this, we're gonna go ahead and just get it all done like that. So basically what I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the headlights out of the headlight covers. I'm gonna go ahead and paint everything in there so it can look all nice and good. We're gonna be painting the bay as well. You'll have to see that in the video when we get to that point in the video. But we got a pretty cool color scheme, very similar to my Mark II Supra, Celica Supra that I have over here. So it's gonna look really nice. He has a 2jzgte that I've already put on a stand right here in between Demetrius's engine and my new 1.5J from my Mark II Supra. But the engine is right there. We've already stripped the intake and exhaust manifold off of it. He's good to go with that. We're still missing like the top cover, which is kind of annoying. I have to paint that as well to get the job done, but whatever, you know, no big deal. So, we need to start stripping all this stuff down, getting everything prepped for paint. And hopefully, if we get lucky, I don't know about today because tomorrow we have a dyno for Jair's IS300 that's not here right now. They've been driving that for a few days, just trying to break in the engine, make sure that is good to go. But we're trying to get Maer on dyno and at least car completed in about 2 weeks. And I have the majority of the stuff. Let me see if I can get in the trunk if it's not locked right now to at least show you what's going on with this build. He's been putting money and doing kind of a pay-as-you-go thing for the last few months. It is locked. Give me 1 second to pop this. All right, guys, so check it out. We got a Comp Turbo, brand new 6465. One of my hand-built wiring harnesses we always see for all my stuff. We got a set of street raised engine mounts that are already here. My twin fuel pump relay setup that I build for all of my harnesses, because in the future he may want to go for twin fuel pumps. We got a set of Brian Crowder 264 cams for 2jzgte VVTi here. We have our nylon braided E85 rated hose that we're going to be running, and for the dash 6 all the way from the tank to the rail. We have our fuel filter back here. We have our ACT clutch and drift motion flywheel that we got back here, kind of hard to see over here. We got our driver's sheet that's over there too. We got our sensors, our push lock fittings. We have our FMS 1300cc injectors that are right here ready to go. So we got our ARP flywheel bolts, our pressure plate bolts, our grommets, our gaskets, our everything that we got and we need to do to go back there. Also, if you didn't see in the back, we got the AEM Infinity. We got our boost solenoid, our O2 sensor, our wideband, our flex fuel sensor, or all the good stuff that we're gonna go ahead and get done. We also went ahead over here, one more quick thing before we go ahead and get started and blasted doing this. So the customer had brought me a R154. We went ahead and extended his shifter over here, made it the correct length for the car. He was missing some grommets and washers and stuff. We're gonna have to get him later for this, but we went ahead and fully rebuilt this transmission. His hub and first gear were actually destroyed in the trans, and we replaced all his shift forks and everything too. He had brought all new that stuff anyways. So we got a brand new rebuilt RM54 for this thing. Should be super awesome. He's got a cube short shifter we're gonna be putting on it as well. And we are good to go, guys. So basically today what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be going ahead. We got a few of our homies coming in today for some prep work, but we're gonna go ahead and get that on the rack, rip out all the fuel lines, pull the fuel pump out, just get everything ripped apart. Everything in the bay as clean as we can. We need to remove the brake mesh cylinder, pull it in the center, sand that whole entire booster down, because obviously somebody had something leaking or something was going on down there, sand the frame, primer the frame, and move all, basically I'm probably just gonna remove all this wiring in the engine bay, because I mean, we are gonna be replacing the body harness. There's no reason to even leave it. I mean, I may even consider just going ahead and removing the fenders while we paint it, because it just seems kind of stupid to, you know, to leave them on when we're gonna be replacing all this stuff, and we can paint it actually a little bit cleaner underneath the fenders without it. You know, worst case scenario, if he wants to get crazy, you know, we can always go ahead and sand the inside of the fenders and paint them black or whatever, if he really wants it to look super crazy. But I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. Maybe even we'll remove the headlight covers and all that too, just because it'll be a lot cleaner for painting. So let's go ahead and get it done. He does have a forward-facing Kings Royal intake manifold up there. I mean, we pretty much have everything good to go. I've already ported and have his treadstone manifold already done. Mind the bolts and mess. We do have a billion of them that have gotten thrown around the last couple of days. We have our treadstone manifold here. It's already been ported all the way out. You can see it's just completely been gutted out super nicely. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be going on here too. And then we have our Turbo Smart Hypergate that is somewhere. I don't know where we put that, but his Hypergate needs to get put on that as well to get him out of here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. Let's get this stuff done, and let's get the engine in the car in the next couple of segments of this video. All right, guys, so we're gonna be putting down the black base coat on the bay right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover everything that's already been primered and been done, and then we're gonna go ahead and lay in the flake that we're gonna be doing. We're gonna also be painting his top cover as well. So let's get this done real quick so we can get the engine in the car. All right, so this is Motor City Clear we have in here, and then this is the red flake we're gonna be adding in to get the bay to be nice and shiny. So we're gonna give it about that real quick, a couple little sprinkles, and then it's very similar if you look inside right here to kind of like what my Mark II Supra is for color, because my car has that like nice black cherry pearl to it. I added red pearl in mine, but in the case of this one, we're just gonna do like a red kind of red flake candy. Judging by what I see on the stick, this may or may not be aggressive enough, so I think I'm gonna go with a little bit more. I mean, you can't really have too much flake. So we're gonna go ahead and start spraying the flake. We're gonna see how it lays down. I don't know how it's gonna look, so we're gonna give it a try first and see if we need to add more. So I'm sweating my ass off, but we're done painting this. Came out freaking bomb as hell as always. This top cover came out chee. Look at that, guys. Wow. So it's super dope. Super sick. Little final looks on Maer's car right here. kind of hard to see because of how like low pro it is. If you look over here, it looks like black, right? But then you get into the sun and you got that real dope red, almost like maroon flake sparkle going on. Really cool. All right, guys, so while I was handling some business, Vinny and Caden already went ahead and pulled the whole entire head apart. Old cams are out. This thing's all teared down. His timing belt had a huge gash in it and was totally screwed up, like totally not even usable. I don't even know how the fuck this happened, but this is trash now. Went ahead and already got some new cam seals for it. They're lubing up the new Brian Cower 264 cams that are going in for, as of all our builds, all have those. Everything else looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and just finish cleaning all this stuff up, getting it all back together. We'll start painting stuff. And since the bay is now painted and you saw you guys this thing be turned into a complete beauty, we'll be getting the engine in probably tomorrow in this thing. Get the transmission made of the day and everything else all put together, but we're going good. So let's get her done. All right, guys, so RM54 and ACT clutch is on maer's engine. We already got the cams in, as you saw. The treadstone manifold's on with the 44mm wastegate and already been nice and ported. So that's all nice and open now. We already got the sandwich adapter on here with the oil pressure sensor, his solid Delrin mounts that we went ahead and put in, cleaned up the starter and everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and put this engine in the car so we can start to beautify it, get drive shaft measurements done, and get the whole works done in the next couple of days. So we're making some really good progress already on this. The anti manifold is on, engine is mounted, shifter sits in the middle, getting the comp turbo rear housing already placed in place. We're gonna be putting our brand new FMS 1300cc injectors in, and our buddy's gonna be bringing us down our fittings for our turbo line kit. We'll go pick up all of the paint today to do all the paint work in a little bit around lunchtime, and be getting a bunch of stuff done here very soon. So this is the fuckery that we have to deal with right now. His whole entire body harness is cut in half and destroyed, and apparently I thought I had some more over there up in my racks and rafters of S13 parts from back in the day, but they're both right-hand drive. So yeah, I think we're gonna be better off just using the OEM one. So they're gonna have to solder like 100 wires right now and get all that put together. Maybe more than 100. It's a lot. So
fuse box.
It's gonna be fun. Alrighty, guys, so it is now Saturday morning. Caden and Vinny kind of went ham last night and got the majority of the stuff done. All the fuel lines are done, the regulator's done. Everything in the front is finished. We got our brackets for our radiator. We got our AEG fans bolted up. The intercooler piping will be done on this side. I've already mocked it up for them. I will have to come back and weld the IAT. We've got all the body harness for the majority of it, except for just like the headlight motor and stuff that really isn't important for right now. Hooked up and back in the car. It's all been repaired. We're hoping that everything's going to be working. I mean, that's going to be kind of just a dice roller because there's kind of no other option. So we'll make sure he's got headlights and blinkers and tail lights and the bare necessities. We did come to find that his throttle cable is destroyed back here, totally torn. It doesn't even work actually. So we're gonna have to probably go figure out what we're gonna do about fixing that, or I don't know what we're gonna do to get that done, but yeah, maybe junkyard. So they're going ahead and already wrinkling everything up right now. That all came out really good. I have a little clip of Caden painting the two turbos for the two cars we're doing right now, but looks really, really good out here. Super professional, looks super great. Can't wait to put them on. So those are gonna get put on today with new valve cover gaskets, new grommets, and new everything. That'll make both of these two little projects we're doing just kind of the little cherry on top. So basically what's gonna happen today is Caden has already gone ahead and finished the downpipe. We had to cut and weld it. It's now over here. It's already been modified to fit now. And then housing will go on, intercooler piping will go on. The battery relocation kit, this is our last kit that we have basically available right now because wiring's out of stock right now because of, I don't know, wherever our wire comes from Alabama or whatever, they're out of stock too. So basically all we have is a few boost lines, get the front end back together, which isn't necessary to start the car. Just little odds and ends. And next video, guys, we'll be going ahead and starting this thing up and then getting the car on dyno. And we'll have some final looks of the car before it gets driven over to Epexi. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there wasn't too much different than what we normally do, but it's kind of cool to see me paint. We do a lot of 2JZ stuff, a lot of 1JZ stuff, a lot of S chassis, a lot of any kind of chassis that anybody wants to do cool stuff in. We're super slammed. Supers in Vegas is in less than like 8 days, and we have dyno in like, I guess, 3 or 4. So stay with it, guys. This car will be going on dyno soon. You get some cool 2-step videos, some cool dyno videos, cast manifold, comp turbo, BT264 cams, AEM Infinity, kind of the same setup that we run for the majority of all of our customers' builds. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, guys, peace.